Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you? Mic check. Mic check. Waifu. King Telle, is that you?
Mr. Polow Born Fly, what's happening, bro?
What's up there, boy?
Oh, man. So,
what a week.
It's been a week.
And
I have a confession before we go anywhere.
Uh-oh.
Listeners, we were supposed to review Clannad this week.
Oh, yeah.
And I made a mistake. And I rewatched Clannad in dubs.
Oh.
And didn't watch the after story.
A mistake.
And so we'll have to review it next week after I finish after story. But you'll have a full Clannad review before we go do that. But we're gonna let Polo run these promos real quick.
Yes, sir. Hey. Welcome to Mic Check Waifu episode 38. As always, I'm at Polow Born Fly on all social media, and that's at King Telle on all social media. You can follow our social medias at Mic Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mic Check Waifu on Instagram. And as always, Mic Check Waifu is brought to you by Lube Complex. Go to lubecomplex.com and use that offer code Waifu to save on your entire cart. I also want to shout this out. Lube Complex will be at FanimeCon in Los Angeles. I think it's Los Angeles, right? From May 22nd to the 25th. So if you go to FanimeCon and you see the Lube Complex booth, make sure you say Mic Check Waifu sent you, and you listen to us and shout us out. Also, shout out to our Patreon producers. Let me go to Patreon and make sure I got them pulled up real quick.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to everybody on our Patreon. We appreciate y'all so very much. But shout out to the producers, which is going to be D Prince, Connor, and Monique Williams. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. We love you. You guys are awesome. You guys are incredible. We appreciate you so very much. Now, on to the show. First and foremost, you watched it in dub. You went back and watched it in dub. So it must have been tolerable since you watched the goddamn thing again. It's that Haikyuu. It's that Haikyuu fucking dubcast, man. I did hate what's his name voice though.
Oh yeah, his voice is horrible.
You know
bro.
what I'm talking about?
Yes, I don't know what was up with him. He was the only intolerable thing in the show. But even realistically, like I felt like we didn't hear his voice enough, and he was super tolerable when he was trying to figure out like what's going on with Fuko though. Like he didn't seem as annoying during that.
You talking about our MC?
No, the yellow hair dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Like when he was trying to figure out the Fuko incident, like he seemed mad, like tolerable. Like his voice almost seemed like it was a whole other person because he was like not as irritating.
He's way better in Haikyuu because he plays the Libre. What's his name?
Libero. Yeah.
He played a Libero. That's what they call him. Yeah. He plays that dude, and his it's like he was first starting out and like dubbing in Clannad. You could tell that shit was rough. It kind of got annoying real fast. But everybody else was so clean, man. Listen, I'm gonna save my thoughts on like the Clannad for the review next week. But seriously, after you watch the after story, I just got bodied, bro. I got bodied so many times, man. And I still didn't think after all these years it could do that to me, but I did. It literally shut me down, bro. It hurt. It put me in a place, but
I expect nothing less from your favorite.
It's crazy. It's so good. It's so good. I got a big topic next week for that review too. So stick around for that because this topic I think is going to be really, really dope and really, really important to the show period. Other than that, Tell, you got a few things you want to talk about.
Yeah, since
before we get to the topic,
since we already on that Haikyuu cast.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit about Haikyuu and how it ruined Ahiro no Sora for me.
Ahiro no. Oh, the basketball joint.
Yeah. And so like it didn't ruin Kuroko no Basket for me. It absolutely did not ruin Kuroko no Basket for me. But Ahiro no Sora, I had liked it because the character development seems like it was good character development. Like the characters were developing and becoming better,
right?
And they were growing into these roles, and they started off as people who didn't want to play basketball with the one guy who actually wanted to play basketball, and it seemed like the character development was up there, was on par,
right?
Then I stopped watching Ahiro no Sora, started watching Haikyuu, and we can only sing high praises of Haikyuu.
Sure.
Like I don't even know anything negative about Haikyuu to really like say like, yo, this is bad. But I went back and started watching Ahiro no Sora again, and honestly, it just don't seem like the same show. Like I can't enjoy it. Like the character progression just seemed trash.
Damn.
Like so, and I think what Haikyuu did to me,
highed your expectations, man.
Yeah, it made me put more on sports anime. Like I still think Kuroko no Basket is a gem. I think Kuroko no Basket is still an amazing anime. I still think Hajime no Ippo, Kuroko no Basket, Hajime no Ippo will still be in my top 10. But Haikyuu has made me look at like if it's gonna be a sports anime, I need
fire and flames.
I need that. I need that energy. I need that vibe. I need you to show me something new, bro.
Yeah.
I need you to and Ahiro no Sora just wasn't cutting it for me. And it's like I'm even looking at like Kuroko no Basket, and I'm like, even though it was an amazing like anime, like I thought it was literally, I still think it's worthy of top 10, and it's okay to be in someone's top 5.
Jesus.
I think that Haikyuu just kind of like mixed up the game there.
Straight up.
Like, what's the comparison? Like, how do we compare other like sports anime to this?
You can't. The only other sports anime I think that can come close to this, in my personal opinion, mind you, I haven't seen Hajime no Ippo, I haven't seen Kuroko no Basketball, is Initial D for me. And I consider that a sports anime. It's racing, it's a sport. I consider that a sports anime. And I think that's the only thing that even comes close. But then again, I only seen like 4 of them in my entire life. So it's a real short list. But man, even Initial, as great as Initial D is, not fucking with Haikyuu, man. It's just not.
And like, I feel like here's the weird thing. Because I keep saying I don't know anything negative to say about Haikyuu.
Me either.
But I haven't actually put it in like my top 5 yet. And I just think I haven't put it in my top 5 yet because even though there's nothing negative to say about it, it's like, I don't know. It's a sports anime, I guess. I don't know. But it's still like, I think if this 4th season goes how we expect it to go, like as amazing as we continue to say, it's going to break top 5.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as that shit is done,
I'm trying my best not to be one of those guys who start something and be like, looking at it like, this is trash. But Haikyuu literally did that to me with Ahiro no Sora. Like, it's trash. Like,
you can't help that though. Like, it's not, stuff does that. And to be honest, bro, that pertains to my topic next week with Clannad. I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna put the question out there next week for the listeners to join in on that discussion, because that discussion is gonna be a real good one. Yeah, in my opinion. But yeah, dog, it's crazy. What else did you have? You had Darwin's game. Whew.
Yeah.
What's up with Darwin's game? What you got to say? You ready to say how wrong you was about Darwin's game yet?
Absolutely not, bro. Come on, man. Look.
What? It keeps getting better and better than ID Invaded every week. Every week it keeps getting better and better.
So this is another conversation about Darwin's game versus ID Invaded.
Sorry, y'all.
It's another one. I apologize. But here's the thing. While I do enjoy Darwin's game, I wholeheartedly feel like it's so predictable.
It's not, though, because you tried to predict what you predicted last week. None of that happened. You weren't even close. So predictable how? Do we gotta put in what you said last week was gonna happen in this episode?
Let's do it.
Just so you see how wrong you was.
I'll clip it myself. But all I'm saying is that like none of it felt impressive.
It was so impressive, dog. He talked to the creator of the game. He wished for something and we had no idea what it was.
That was the coolest thing.
He trained with. Then he went and trained with the dojo.
One of the strongest dudes.
Yeah, one of the strongest guilds. I wasn't expecting that. How were you expecting him to train as a fighter?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, that was the episode though.
Yeah, that's not. I'm talking about like how obviously they're banded together and everyone is now they're looking for a base and they're doing this and like all the little minuscule stuff. I was like, okay, this is all like very obvious stuff. None of it seemed like we didn't see them come together and make any moves together today. It seemed more like our main character moved alone. And now he's about to fight this Danjo dude, which I like that. That dope, shit, man. I'm hyped for that. That seems like it's about to be mad lit. But none of it just seemed impressive. And the only thing that I thought was like great was his smile at the end after like it seemed like he prepped something fierce. Like he is like, I had the dopest plan. He seemed like our main character from Inspector. Like he got the ability to change the future or something like that. That's what it felt like. He's playing chess and you looking for checkers, bro. That's what you looking for. You looking for the checkers and he's playing chess. What he did, I don't know what he did with the game. I have no idea. The way the game played out, the way he stopped what's his name from killing our boy with the Tommy gun, like all of that played out extremely different than what I thought, because I thought dude was about to blow the pin. And especially when he kept saying, when it was doing his inner monologue, talking about what is he doing? Like Kahanami or whatever his name is. Kanami. He's lying. Can't you remember his name? Yeah, he's lying. He's just lying. So I don't think this guy's gonna fall for this. So I'm about to get ready to pull it. Like all that shit was so just good. Like ID Invaded is a great show. I don't want to stress. I don't want to say that ID Invaded is a bad show by any stretch of the word. This is, everything is starting to play out exactly how I thought it was going to play out. Like eventually he was going to get pulled out of the well because they were going to meet up, because they were both in wells together, the same well together, essentially. I did like though that twist with the slight spoilers, the twist with the dude that had the hole in his head. That was incredible. Him knowing like everything that was actually going on every time he dove was sick. Him understanding and figuring everything out before our main character was sick. But it's just like, it's so, I'm kind of like over it now. Like I'm ready for it to progress forward. But did you know that was our main character as well?
Well, when he said it out,
they didn't even make it seem like that.
There was absolutely no way you could know, and they do that all the time. Like they do that shit all the time. They do it to where you can't figure out shit. They just want to give it to you, which was cool. It's definitely cool.
Now, also this episode just had like some decent stuff in terms of emotion. Like
I didn't give a fuck.
Really?
I didn't give a fuck, bro. God, I didn't care at all because I don't care about them. I do not care about the characters in the show. I like the puzzle, the complications of, Inception, if you will. I don't care about him and his wife. Like I understand she was bodied and like it's sad. You got to spend some time with her. You spent apparently months with her in this well. Because the way he was in there for a year. Yeah, he was in there for a year. That's right. He was in there for a year, and that's cool. You got to spend the time with your wife and your daughter that you didn't get before. That's cool. But I don't know him well enough to give a fuck. So I was just like, okay, cool. I just wasn't. I wasn't. I mean, and now mind you, I did watch Clannad After Story all this week. I binged the whole thing. So that season is 22 episodes. So, and then they got like 3 OVAs or 3 OVAs afterwards, which is, the OVAs are dope too. But, cause I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah. So maybe that's why I wasn't as in the feels as you were, because After Story fucking ripped my heart out, ripped it in half and dunked it in the trash can like Zion Williamson. Like it destroyed me. So maybe it wasn't that emotional impact that kind of like dead at my heart.
I guess so. I can see that.
Yeah, and you're definitely going to see that when you watch it. So you're probably going to understand where I'm coming from right after you watch After Story. I promise you will. I promise you. Oh, I cannot wait to the topic next week. I do like ID Invaded though. I'm not dogging ID Invaded. It's a good show. But you know what I am sick of? I'm sick of Inspector. They need to get this shit done. It's been, 3 episodes of the same exact like run through of everything that they're doing. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like it's starting to feel like okay, come on now. They introduced the cousin now and they did a little story on that, which I get, but it's really starting to play like it's just repeating the same thing over and over each episode.
They had some good build up, but I agree. Like the build up it mounted, but then they like kind of like let it hang around a bit.
A long ass time because like 2 episodes ago they showed his cousin sitting at the computer. Like, so we knew it was her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that was her until the episode after. And when they said, this is what she looked like. Once they said that, they didn't need to continue on with 2 more episodes of virtually the same exact thing.
I think what they did though, is they wanted to let us see like how she was utilizing the power versus him, which was a cool concept because it's like, clearly she is sickly and constantly dying. Mm-hmm. So her body didn't take to it as well as his body did. Yeah. So it shows 2 different perspectives on how to use this power, which is a cool split. Where I think they deviated too much with how long it's taking. Yeah. Like we could have already been in there trying to figure out how we about to beat Stellane on the sea. We should have been able to like have our main character go in and she's writing her story, her lies, and fabricating everything, and just started at least. Yeah, she didn't start that yet. Yeah. So next episode they starting it, and then our boy probably let his head bust open a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got to figure that out.
Man, that show is pretty as hell, though, man.
It is actually so very pretty, and that cousin is a whole nother level. Like she's super skinny. You know, I don't like skinny. No, but she is certainly a waifu.
For sure. Her art design, wonderful.
But I figured that would also creep you out a little bit. How they was talking about how he was in love with his cousin.
Yeah, I just kind of like see the best
body right there.
Yeah, my favorite part about the subs is that I can completely fucking tone that part out. I just see her name. I'm like, oh, he was in love with her. Okay, cool. I just the cousin part because I know they don't give a fuck about cousin relationships in the Japanese culture. So I'm just like I erase it out of my brain whenever I see
it. They do. That's why it's supposed to be like a taboo. But in anime, they try and make it cute or whatever.
That shit's not cool, man. That shit's just it don't sit well with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, time for the main topic of the show. So the main topic of the show is we got a pretty decent list of what the spring 2020 anime is going to look like. And my God, dog. My God. Next month, okay, is going to be insane. How are we going to do that? How are we going to keep up with all this? What we're going to do is we're going to bring you the spring 2020 list so far. What they have listed, and it's quite a few. So it's a great time to start off with this. Obviously, we're going to start off with the first thing on this list, probably our most anticipated. I'm gonna give you spoilers early. Is Re:Zero 2. Bro, how excited are you for Re:Zero 2?
I am dying.
Bro,
I am ready. I am so ready.
I think it's both. Is it both our number 2 anime of all time?
Yeah.
Yep. Both are number 2 anime of all time. Looking at the cover for it too, do you see it? How insane. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link to what we're looking at. It's just anychart.net / spring - 2020. I'm going to drop a link to that in the show notes so you can follow along with us while you chilling. The cover art for it is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful because it has no spoilers, but it has somebody on it that's very integral to the entire world, to the entire I guess situation Subaru is in.
Yeah,
it's insane. I can't wait.
So my question is how excited are you for Love is War?
Oof, Love is War season 2. I strictly because I read the manga for Love Is War. I stopped right at where season 1 stopped and watched the show. I was started watching the show, got to about episode 7, and I realized that this is one of those times where the manga is literally page for page with maybe one or two like situations out of the season. It's verbatim of the manga. So I'm literally, and I just read the manga literally 2 days before I started the show. So I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I saw all this. I was kind of like spoiled. Seeing it animated was cool. You know, maybe if it was dubbed and I could have it on in the background, I would enjoy it a little more. But I'm like, yeah, the show is great. I already know the show is great because the manga is fucking fantastic. It's a great show. I'm very excited for season 2 though, because I stopped myself right at season 1. I'm not going to read anymore. I'm going to watch season 2 instead and then read. Is how I'm going to do this one. So I can bring a different perspective, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want to actually watch Kaguya-sama Love Is War.
It's good, man.
I want to watch it. I want to get it done before season 2 comes out.
It's going to be a hit. It's going to smack for sure.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
The ending of it is stupid, but it's going to smack other than that.
So
it looks like it's going to be a lot of shows for me.
Yeah. Because I was about to say there's this one right here that actually the image for it looks great. I haven't even read the synopsis yet, but it's called like Gleipnir, and it has this giant like teddy bear, but it's an action mystery supernatural ecchi seinen, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it a chance just because the artwork looks beautiful.
It's called Gleipnir.
Yeah,
by Pine Jam. That one looks insane. He has an unnatural sense of smell, and he can transform into an incredibly powerful beast of sorts. He does all he can to avoid standing out and being discovered, but no good deed goes unpunished, and his decision to use his power to save a girl spells the end for his quiet life. Oh, God. So it's a guy that can transform into that bear, apparently. That's interesting. That one does look interesting, but every time we see something like this, it always ends up being the ones that don't work out. You know what I'm saying?
We got to give it a chance, though.
Of course, you know we will. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be dope. It looks like from the cover alone.
Yes,
it looks like it's going to have some sick ass animation. So
yes,
hard to tell.
It looks like it's going to be super clean, super dope. I can only hope so.
Right.
I can only hope so.
You can only hope. But another one that we're extremely excited for, because we kind of fans over here, is coming April 26th. Now, mind you, all the ones we said so far comes out in April. But April 26th, one of the ones we have a hard date for, Sword Art Online, War of the Underworld Part 2. I know my boy, the blue one, is excited for that one.
We're all excited for that one.
Oh my God, bro. Yes, man. Yes, April 26th, man. The last part of the Alicization arc. What you thinking, man?
First of all, that's about to be straight fire.
Yes.
Like, this is probably going to be the second best, if not the first best season of Sword Art with this.
Easy.
It's just so good. It's just about to be so good. I said what I said. I don't care what anyone says. Fight me. Don't actually fight me. But I did. I said what I said, and that's what I believe. That this season is one of the hottest seasons of Sword Art so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Top for sure.
The only other thing on this list that I am more hyped for than Sword Art is Tower of God.
Yes, sir.
Which is April 1st. It's going to be on the first day of April. We get Tower of God. And Polo hasn't read it.
Nope. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I get to experience it.
Yeah, you get to experience it firsthand.
I did read like the first page of it though. Like the first episode. I don't know how webtoons, what do you call it? Chapter?
Yeah.
I did read the first chapter when it was given like the synopsis of the show or the webtoon.
Well,
I like the art.
It is It is so fucking good, and I'm actually very happy that they decided to not make it like look too like super anime-ish. Like it still has that webtoon look, like that the creators originally gave it.
I'm kind of down for that. You remember? Right. I don't know if you remember this, but one of our early episodes, I believe it was 4, something like that. It was an early episode when Tower of God first came out on webtoon, and you brought it up on the show. You brought it up on the show and you read the synopsis, or you gave me the synopsis of it. And I said, holy shit, I would love for that to be an anime. 38 weeks later, or whenever we did that, 30 weeks later, here we are, bro.
Right. And I mean, and I'm going to be completely fair. It was like 2 years before then I had actually read Tower of God. So it's just, by now, I'm so very happy that it finally has its webtoon or its actual animated series.
Yeah, for sure. I know one that a couple that I'm excited for is Fruits Basket season 2. Obviously, it's a great show. I'm not gonna go too much into that one. What's on this list that looks extremely interesting?
Ghost in the Shell.
Where?
Ghost in the Shell comes on. It's in April 2020. Well, I guess it's an ONA. Oh, so it's only it's not a full series.
Yeah,
but
skip.
Oh, yeah, you gonna do that?
You know I love Ghost in the Shell. You know I love it. But
I know.
I have to skip. I can't do it. Oh. Here we go. Is this an isekai?
Oh, wait.
Shinri Neko Project?
More stuff for us to crap on?
Probably. Shinri Neko Project Zero Chronicle is what it's called. It's number 27.
Now, let's see how many isekai come out, and then we going this is what we should do. We should look at how many isekai are on this list. And then we should count how many of them are actually worth watching.
It shouldn't be that many isekais, right?
But last season it was like 5 isekai.
For one, there's no way that all these shows come out in April, right?
I mean, all these are April.
That can't be real though. Is that real? Y'all make sure y'all check out the list. It's again, it's in the show notes. It's the AniChart.net Spring 2020 anime list. Every show comes out in April. Are you excited for Digimon Adventure?
I will watch Digimon, yes, but excited, yeah.
It takes place in 2020, and we all feature an all new story. Yeah, it's a new story, even though they ended the old one.
Yeah. Now, one more thing I want to talk about that's on this list.
Okay. Because
everything else to me kind of looks like it could be whatever. But Shokugeki no Soma.
Yeah.
It's Food Wars. And
5th season. Holy shit.
One of the things I want to talk about is the fact that the manga has been discontinued.
What?
Yeah.
Choked on my Gatorade.
So Shokugeki is one of those things that's just like, it's a really good series. But it had garnered so much hype, and it took them so long for them to reproduce that next season, right? And I don't think it had the same hype that like Attack on Titan had.
Of course not.
It dropped off.
It came around the same time, right?
Yeah. But this is what I think is going to happen. I think that this latest season is going to get watched so heavy, and people are going to stop watching, right? They're gonna finish the season, and they're gonna like start like hitting the directors like, we want more. But the writer of the series said he had already planned to end it. You know, like it was supposed to be over already, but apparently it had got so much hype and people wanted so much more that he kept putting it out.
How repetitive is Food Wars?
It's not at all. It's like, to me, it just seems really good.
Is that another one I'm gonna have to watch?
And like the only reason I stopped watching Food Wars is because I started reading it. I was just it was too good for me to continue watching it. That's just how I felt.
Damn. We might have to get some manga experts on the show to talk a little bit about some manga.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, listen, man. I don't know. I love the fact that we have this much stuff to look forward to. Tower of God, man. ReZero Season 2. Sword Art Part 2. Love is War Part 2. Fruits Basket. Like, I don't understand. I did say I was going to bring this up, and I am going to bring this up. We had a conversation with Kill Switch because last week, was it last week? Yeah, that was last week. Last week, we talked about him saying that this winter season was terrible, and he clarified for us what he actually meant by that. He said this season of winter anime is awful, is trash, is garbage in a tweet, but what he was really saying, he was insinuating that it's just sad that it's going to feel that way, even though we had some great shows come out, some great episodes of some great shows in general just come and pop. But mainstream anime Twitter or mainstream just anime fans, period, every winter seems to sleep on anime for whatever reason. And that is absolutely correct. It's consistent with every winter being like super slept on or forgotten about. And that's something that we're trying to change with the podcast, obviously, like, because our goal with the podcast is to remain current and on top of, new shows, weekly episodes of shows, recommendations of new stuff, old stuff, whatever. But mainly focusing on like what's current and bringing discussions off of that. I think this winter was probably one of the best winters of anime in a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really good. And I think everybody should definitely give it a chance for sure. What you gotta say to that?
Now, I definitely agree. The season of this winter season has had like some stuff that you can just watch. It's just like stuff you can enjoy. There's always something to kind of go with. And if you happen to like just miss like what started this beginning of the actual winter, and you kind of still watching what's lingering from the fall, it's all like some really good stuff. Like you have some good stuff to watch and kind of carry you over.
Fall is always good.
Yeah, but it's carrying over into winter.
Yeah,
and like you can still enjoy what's coming from fall. You'll lead into winter, and what's left from the winter, in my opinion, is going to carry you into spring. And the spring stuff just seems like it's going to have some heat there.
What's normally the best seasons of anime to you? I think it's always fall and it's always spring, in my opinion.
My opinion is spring has always been the best. Yeah. Personal opinion, because I remember when like Megalobox dropped, that was hype. When Dragon Ball Super was on, literally Dragon Ball Super broke the internet. Yeah. When did Demon Slayer start? That was like spring, right?
Mm-hmm. No, that was summer. I think that was
it summer?
It might have been a summer joint. Because it led into fall.
Either way, it was still like heat. All this stuff came right around the same time.
For sure. Yeah. You're right about that. I'm just super excited. I think this spring is going to be hard to beat, but then again, like we don't know what's coming summer either. Summer could be a banger.
Yeah, I think what did it say? It started March 31st.
Oh yeah. So looking at the Annie chart, yeah, March 31st. That's it started March 31st? I don't know if that's right. We could be wrong on that. Tell's looking it up now.
April 6th is when it started.
Okay, so damn, that is spring. Okay, I was wrong. Well, it was 20 some odd episodes too.
I was gonna say, also look at that date. That's the date that ReZero was dropped on April 6th.
True. Ooh. Ooh.
Some big shoes to fill. Yeah.
So wait a minute. Okay, so I just, slight spoilers for our future, but there's some summer stuff already announced too. Summer looking like it's gonna be heat too. Fire Force coming back. Apparently, more Haikyuu is coming. Oh, so they broke up. They broke up season 4 into 2 parts, bro. No, I didn't know that. Oh no, I'm ruined already. All right,
Yeah,
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get.
That's gonna hurt.
That's gonna destroy.
Oh, look at this! You got a whole little etchy thing going on though. Like, dude got the girls covering them. Oh, we got a couple of etchies on here. X arm.
I just had to back into spring. Anyway, let's give our recommendations. So every episode of the podcast now, right before we go into our break, we're gonna give each a recommendation of either a manga or anime that you should watch. You can take it, watch it, or you can not. Whatever. We just want to make sure we give you guys some recommendations. And now this will come from all time frames, so not most recent, not just old, not just classics, not just mainstream, but it's whatever. Who want to start? You want to start?
All right. So my recommendation is Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. It is essentially a slice of life. Whoa. But what is more based around is the fact that can we even really call it a slice of life? But it's done by Studio Bones. But what it's about is there's a 70% chance in the next 30 years that Tokyo will have a 7.0 earthquake. Mm-hmm. And it's about a middle school girl who, is experiencing an 8.0 earthquake where she is separated from her family and her sisters, her mom, or her little brother and her mom, and she's trying to reunite with them. It's actually, in my opinion, it was really good. Had some moments, and it was one of those slices like that. It was like my first watching, and it was I wouldn't say it wasn't necessarily sad, but it was one of those things that you were hoping for more. You were hoping for a better resolution. Right.
Interesting.
And if you want to kind of compare it to something, when you look at it actually on AniList, the recommendations that come right after it is Grave of Fireflies and The Day of the Earth.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So this is kind of cheating, but I'm going to kind of cheat. We've talked about this already today and last week and the week before. I am going to say watch Clannad before our review. Please watch it, both Clannad and Clannad After Story, because when we go into that review, it's going to be full of spoilers. So that's not my recommendation. I'm just going to say that one last time before we move on. Watch it. I mean, if you're into slice of life at all, even if you're not, I think you will enjoy it. So watch that. But my recommendation is definitely going to be, I'm going to start, and we talked about this anime as well. I'm going to start with one of my top 5, and that's Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash. Grimgar you can watch it on Hulu. You can watch it on Funimation. It's subbed or dubbed. The dubbed is super clean. The dub MC is my favorite dub cast person. He does extremely well. The art in Grimgar is one of the most beautiful art styles in any anime I've ever watched. But Grimgar, it's an isekai that basically starts almost similar. It's not exactly the same. They did it before Goblin Slayer did, but where the characters are not overpowered. It's about a group of people who's joined this world who are misfits in this world, and they join and form a party of basically people that are not as skilled as other people are in this specific world. And they get bodied. They get bodied by the low end monsters. They have a tough time. A lot of drama, and again, the art itself it holds up. It's so good. It's so beautiful, and the music as well is also pretty great. So check that out on Funimation or Hulu. You can watch it dubbed or subbed. It's worth it. 110%.
Can I put in my 2 cents?
Yeah.
Grimgar is in my top 10.
Easy.
And Grimgar is really fucking good. Yeah. It's just really good.
Definitely. So check that out if y'all get a chance. Now,
man, I'm about to go watch Grimgar.
Right. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with the My Hero Talk But before we go on break, make sure you guys go to teespring.com/stores/MikeCheckWaifu and check out some of the merch we got in there. The merch just got price slashed, so everything is a lot cheaper than what it was. A lot of big discounts on that store that's going to remain there forever. So make sure you guys go check that out, and make sure you check out the hoodie Telle got on, because the hoodie Telle got on is clean. It looks super good. So check that out. We appreciate you. But let's go ahead and go into this break. We'll be back.
Drinking the night, but I swear I've been sober. Feeling numb like I feel a drum. You say you out and fucking giving up. Hey. You tell me why the fuck are you giving up? Hey. Like I ain't giving up. Fucking my heart still in it. My heart still in it. She still got my back, she my dog till he in it. And none of y'all been it. Slugs for the fakes, God for the sinners. Caviar for the dinners. If we can't go back, then we start at the finish. Thank God for beginning. You to the vein. Way too much pain. I'm on that highway, lost to the dawn. But still it's your face. Won't leave me alone. I'm in that fast lane, running from my wrongs. And when I lose my faith, I'm hopeless but I'm lost. Staring at the red light. Staring at the red light. Staring at the red light.
Hey, welcome back to my check, Waifu, episode 38. Teflon Sega, bro. With another
Fire.
With another one. Thanks for letting us use that song. We appreciate you, Teflon. And welcome back to the show. So this is the part where we spoil My Hero, episode 19 of season 4. I got a confession to make. I didn't even finish it until literally 2 minutes ago. I didn't even realize I didn't even finish it in the first place, but apparently I was like 5-6 minutes away from being done with the episode. Didn't even realize it.
So I do have some comments about that, right?
Let's talk about it.
So the fact, here's what's weird, right? Is I completely understand why you didn't finish it, because the episode itself was slow. It was lacking.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the slowest episodes. And the issue is that, yes, I get it. They're trying to do the slice of life thing, but they're not executing on it properly.
I just want to see Captain Drip, man.
Now, yeah, right. That's what we want to see. The thing is, though, is that they should have taken they should have gotten slice of life from someone else. They should have had like a director or something who directs slice of life anime, help them with those episodes, because now it seems like this entire slice of life portion is almost wasted. And it's cool that we're gonna get to see, Gentle, but we about to see Gentle, and we know I feel like they're gonna have to cut this fight short.
Of course they are. They have to.
Like this could have easily been a 2-episode fight. But they about to cut it short, and they're gonna have to interject with all the backstory that they normally do. Yeah. When in reality they could have given us some of that instead of giving us this episode like this.
To be honest, I feel so bad because I feel like every week we bag on. Well, I bag on My Hero's most recent episode. Like, I don't like the show. I like the fucking show. I love the show. I love the characters. I love its like overarching story. This season, man, it's doing me wrong.
Now, I was
wish we
actually
didn't pick this one as the fucking show to talk about every week.
Right. I'm not really mad at it too much, but here's the thing: is that like I said, I still wholeheartedly believe at the final episode of this season it will be the hypest anime of the season. And I don't mean like of the fall season, but to end winter, it will be the hypest anime to end winter.
Whoa.
But I'm looking at because AnyList gives you some really cool things to look at. It shows us a lot of stats, like the active, like what kind of activity it gets per day, right? Like a lot of activity, obviously on release day, people come to AnyList and like see how hype it is. And then I was actually looking at the actual score of this season, right? The score of the season is currently at 82%, which is high. Like
extremely.
That's high. And I don't think either Polo or myself would rate this season this high in terms of anime. Because in the manga, I'd rate this season a fucking 9, maybe a 10.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But in the anime, I'll be rating this season like a 7.2.
Jesus.
Like a 73%.
This shit is a cool 6.5.
like it's good, but it ain't great at all. Like,
yeah, it's on the lower half of good for me, man.
I mean, that's what I'm giving it 72%. I think it's on the lower half of good. I think 60 anything is passing. Like, I'd actually watch you.
And that's exactly where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at, bro. I would actually watch you.
Yeah, it's actually grown though, right? Like this is it started off at 80%. It went up to 81%, dropped back down to 80, went back to 81% and was very steady at 81%. And then it got to where they finally started fighting into the in the villains, layer and everything. And it's been at 82% ever since. And I'm just like, where y'all getting these numbers from?
Yeah, I can't.
Like, who voting for this like this?
I always think, though, because you're looking at specifically the TV show, because the TV show and manga are listed different.
This is the anime.
Okay, so
it's not even the manga. Because it only shows up to the current episode, which is episode 20.
Okay, so you are looking at it from there. Like, I don't know. I just don't know how. And again, I'm a fan of My Hero. I just don't know how this is holding up for so many people. I mean, again, I'm a fan. I am. I just, it's killing me.
Now,
this made me want to go back and watch like season 2.
Let's talk about what were the high points of this episode.
Shit, dog, if I can't remember anything. Drip
Gentle.
Yep.
Gentle showing up.
His plans to invade My Hero. It's super good. I like that.
We get to see Eri.
Yes, bro. That's always a student. Yeah.
And I feel like, why is Eri like a highlight? Like,
Yeah.
Like I get it. Eri is lovable. Like we love Eri, and she ain't even did shit.
Yep.
but we want more Eri, and it's like, thank you for giving us Eri. Toga sticking his butt out wasn't even funny. Like, they could have left that part out, but Eri was lit. I was a little sorry they said Deku ain't gonna dance, but you know.
Oh yeah, I bet you was. Damn.
But you know,
he could have hit a couple flares.
He definitely could have hit some flares. But like, I'm still right now, in terms of like my optimism for the season, I still think the end of the season is gonna shake things up. I'm just like,
yeah, I totally trust you.
They dropped the ball on this slice of life part right here.
Right.
Like, the season itself was like, it was passing once it got to the point where like we were fighting Overhaul and stuff like that.
Right.
Once we even got into that whole portion, it was like passing. But it really dropped off when they started doing the slice of life part, because they're really just like falling into like this pit of like stale and slow.
It's crazy because so many slices of like you said earlier, so many slices of life just does it so much better as far as pacing, as far as attention to detail. That's gonna come up a lot next week. And just general, like, just storytelling. Like, slice of life can seem boring to a lot of people whose anime lists track, you know, action anime, the One Pieces, the Dragon Ball Z's, the Bleaches. If your anime list tracks that route, I understand completely why you would hate slice of life, because it just seems like it just seemed like it's something you won't be into. I understand that. Give slice of life a chance. You're gonna find that one that hit me the way Clannad did and completely changed the way you watch anime. Like, it's possible, man. It's possible. Trust me, I've been there, because I was one of them. You know, Dragon Ball Z, Ghost in the Shell, Full Metal Alchemist, fucking. I mean, now when I look back at it, it's absolute garbage. But Inuyasha, Rurouni Kenshin, like, all those anime that had these action-packed situations or just fights were my shit, and it was the only thing I wanted to watch. But then my life changed.
Right.
There's so much slice of life better than what's going on in My Hero. So don't let this be your reason for not watching slice of life, because I can understand that.
Because they dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball. What else anime? What else anime that tries to do slice of life like this, like an action anime or shonen type?
That tries to do like a slice of life? I mean,
I think the only one I can think of is just, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z do it too.
Yeah, I think Noragami had like a 1 episode or like 2 episodes.
Oh, Noragami's just so good though.
Yeah, I don't think Noragami did anything wrong like that.
No, and they wasn't. It definitely wasn't wrong. They had like date episodes, I guess.
Yeah, and then you know, the Twin Star Exorcist anime had some slice of life episodes. You know, I wasn't feeling that.
Rice and pineapples.
I hate that anime. I just don't understand how people like that anime. I don't.
Dog. Because people didn't read the manga. That's the difference. When you don't have any like source material, it's a whole new world. That's why it's the only reason why I haven't read as much manga as I could. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want the source material to ruin me, like Love is War did.
Speaking of which, this latest chapter of My Hero Academia in the manga, Mirko is the GOAT. That's all I gotta say. Only my manga readers gonna know what that means. But really, it don't mean nothing to anyone who don't read the manga.
Okay. Little gem, I guess.
Yeah, I don't even think you don't even know who Mirko is yet.
Nope. Sure don't. Oh, we know
a Mirko wallpaper.
We do know that the My Hero movie dropped. What we plan on doing is we plan on reviewing both. Are we reviewing this season separate? Probably right.
You said we said we wanted to review both of them at the same time.
Yeah, both the movie and the season at the end of the season at the same time. So I know we're going to be a little bit behind with our review from everybody else, but there's a bunch of dope podcasts that's having discussions about the My Hero movie. I.e., I think Black Anime is doing one, and I do think Blanime as well. So check those podcasts out and give them a listen for their My Hero Rising talk, because we were waiting until later to give our full synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, I think that wraps episode 38 of Mic Check Waifu. I've been at Polow Born Fly on all social media.
And I am King Telliano on all social media.
You can follow our social media at Mic Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mic Check Waifu on Instagram. Check out miccheckwaifu.com. Go to teespring.com/store/miccheckwaifu for all that. And Telle, hit us with that recap.
Yeah. So, we always aim with My Hero Academia. Polow talked about his recommendation of Grimgar that can be found on Hulu. I talked about Tokyo Magnitude 8.0, which will make you cry, which can be found on Hulu. We also talked about Shokugeki no Soma being the manga being canceled, but the anime is still going. It invaded in Darwin's game comparison. Look, we just need to make sure that everyone knows where Polow and I stand on It Invaded in Darwin's game. And then how Haikyuu ruined Our Hero No Sora for me, or just sports anime in general. And, we will be talking about Clannad next week, giving our full review of Clannad and the after story, and how it hit Polow with that whoop and messed his life up for the day.
Straight up.
But hey, it's been great.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna just drop a little hint for those of you who listen this long into the episode. I just want to say, tweet me the letters A, K, G. Just type them in. Send them to me on Twitter. I just want to do a test to see how many people listen to this point in the episode, just to see. You know what I'm saying? Just to see. Anyway, I want to thank our Patreon supporters. I know it's super weird. I don't know why I did that. I want to thank our Patreon supporters: Connor, Monique Williams, D Prince, David Persinger, Cryfu, and Robbie Balboa. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. We love y'all so very much. It means the world to us. As well as next week's topic, it's going to be fuck. I forgot it.
Clannad?
Yeah, we were reviewing Clannad, but I had a topic to go along with it.
Oh, no. Let's
save it.
Oh, let's save it. We'll drop it on the Facebook. We'll save it, drop it on the Facebook, and we'll let everybody see it.
We'll do that. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Wait. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way.